Hello everyone, this is Diane from Modern Mississauga, and I'm here with the 2019 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross GT SAWC, which stands for Super All-Wheel Control. Now, I didn't have the pleasure of trying this out in the snow, which I'm sure would be a whole lot of fun, but it was raining all week. The roads looked quite slippery. I could not feel the car slip at all. Powering that all-wheel control is a 1.5-liter turbo engine put through an 8-speed CVT transmission, which puts out 152 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. Now let's take a look at the design a little bit. Mitsubishi does a very nice job of helping this crossover stand out against the rest. If we come in close, I like how they did this nice shiny black at the front paired with the chrome, which comes around the fog lights. Coming around to the side, you can see the nice 18-inch alloy wheels. And this little swoop here gives it just a little hint of design without overdoing it. If we walk around the back, the taillights have a very unique design. They come straight across the back, which does split your rear window in two. I'll show you how that looks in the rear view. That didn't bother me nearly as much as I thought it would. Coming in, one thing that surprised and disappointed me is this is not a powered liftgate. You have to manually open it. And in here in the trunk we have 626 liters of cargo space. If you fold the seats down, that will more than double to 1382. So again, we need to pull the trunk down to shut it. Come around to the side, have a look in the back seat. Legroom for a car this small is really not that bad. I think someone of average height could be quite comfortable back here. We do have heated seats with the GT trim line, heated seats in the rear, and the center folds down for armrests and cup holders. So there is the exterior. Let's take a look inside. All right, let's start up the car. We do have push button start. Nice startup graphics there in the center to show you just how pretty your car is. The dashboard is very clean and clear. Not a whole lot going on, just what you need and nothing else, which is exactly how I like it. Down here, the controls on the steering wheel. We have cruise control settings on the right, and over here on the left, your phone and audio controls. Audio system in the GT trim is a Rockford Fosgate, and it has a nice big subwoofer in the trunk, 10-inch subwoofer. A lot of bass in the audio system here. This button over here is to help you park. So if we come up here to the 10-inch screen, hit the button once, you get the bird's eye view. Second time, it gives you a close-up of how close you are on the passenger side. This screen, the bird's eye view does not come up when the car is in drive, but this screen does and would be very useful with parallel parking. You can see exactly how close you are to the curb because you don't want to scratch those nice 18-inch wheels. So one thing that I was not happy with, there are no dials. So your volume control, you have buttons here and on the steering wheel as I showed you earlier. However, there is one other option. So if you go to the home page, scroll all the way over, there's a tutorial to show you how to use this tracking pad. So you have your home button, audio and apps and back, and it works just like a tracking pad on a mouse. So slide your fingers up and down, and then you can click on it. So this was the one volume control. So if you put two fingers on, slightly separate it, you can go up or down to control the volume. A little bit better than the buttons. I would still prefer a dial. Down here for climate control, again, no dials, just buttons. So you can push for temperature, There is dual climate control, so your passenger can be warmer or colder if they want. You have AC, of course, which I did not use at all. It was a very cold, dreary week. One thing I did use a whole lot of is the heated steering wheel. I will miss that when I get back in my own car. Heated seats over here. There are only 2 settings, low and high. High doesn't really get that warm, but it is still quite nice on those cold mornings. Down here, this button is that super all-wheel control, which I mentioned earlier. So if we come up here to the dash and I hit that button, you can see you can choose between auto, snow, and gravel. So I kept it in auto. Obviously, we don't have any snow yet, thankfully, and not a whole lot of gravel here in Mississauga. So down past that tracking pad we talked about earlier is your parking brake, and up here is pretty standard gear shift. I'll put my foot firmly on the brake and bring it down. You can push it over here if you want to try out the paddle shifters. And then let's bring it back up to park. Up on the ceiling, we have a dual sunroof. Only the front one opens, but it was nice having that extra little bit of light. Like I said, very overcast, dreary weekend. This is actually a pretty sunny day compared to what I had most of the week. A few safety features down here: forward collision mitigation and lane departure warning. You can turn them on and off here. So let's take a drive. So as for how this car drives, it is really quite comfortable. I think Mitsubishi does a very good job of capturing what a crossover should be. You're up nice and high like you would be in an SUV, and you also have that small, easy maneuverable feel of a car. It corners really nicely, and as I said, it just grips the road very well with that super all-wheel control. Parking is a breeze with this. I actually found parking to be even easier in this than it is in my own little hatchback. And the visibility, well, with parking aids, it really helps, and the visibility is really, really great. Shoulder checking, the windows are so nice and big, you can see everything, and the mirrors, the side mirrors are quite nice. I was able to set them so that they were in a comfortable spot, both for driving and seeing the car beside you, but also for reversing into, I could tilt them down enough so that when I was reversing into a spot, I could see the lines of where I was wanting to go. I meant to show you in the interior portion because you'd be able to see it better. I don't know if you can see it very well from there. In the rearview mirror, you can see that line of where the tail light goes across and cuts the window in half. I found that distracting only for about the first half of a day that I had the car. After that, I grew very accustomed to it and didn't even notice it. The only thing I don't like about that is the wiper only covers the top portion of the window. It doesn't get the bottom. It didn't bother me much in the rain, but I wonder with snow and you're kicking slush up on the back window, I wonder how it would be in that. So price point, it is $35,998. Not a bad price for all you get. Great technology in this car, very comfortable, very easy to drive. Not a bad car. So thanks for watching. Bye.